Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. And I hope you guys doing good wherever you're at in the world today. It's Triple G. It's Gennady Golovkin fight week. You know, he'll be fighting Murata April the 9th. You know, the glorious April the 9th, where you have so many cards on. Top Rank has a card. Showtime has a card. DAZN has a card. Twice, I think. So, you know, a lot of four major boxing cards on one Saturday, and Golovkin fighting Murata is one of them. But Golovkin was doing some interviews, making his media rounds in preparation for this fight. And Golovkin was asked about one Chris Eubank Jr. Now, they obviously have history. They were supposed to fight in 2016. Eubank lost his pen. The fight didn't happen. No contract was signed. And Golovkin went ahead and went on to fight Kell Brook. Golovkin then went on to say that, or Eubank then went on to hold a grudge against Kell Brook and has been chasing Kell Brook and Conor Benn for way too long. You know, he's 32 years old. He's never sniffed a world title, but yet he's concerned with fighting welterweights. So, you know, I'll never understand Chris Eubank Jr., and I've lost all hope for him. But basically, he was asked about Chris Eubank Jr. and a potential fight with him, and Golovkin stated the following, and I quote, "Chris is something from the past. I already forgot about him, and I honestly don't understand why it's even worth mentioning him at all." So he's already saying, look, Chris Eubank Jr. is wasting my time because he already wasted my time. And truthfully speaking, like, look, Chris Eubank Jr. had me really excited after he had defeated Liam Williams. It was a career-best performance, and he really showed that he is one of the better fighters at 160 in that fight. I like watching Chris Eubank Jr. fight. I'm a fan. I like him, but it's been growing increasingly frustrating to follow his career, because while I'm begging for this guy to call out the Munguias of the world and the Golovkins and the Andrades and people like that, or even the Charlos, you know, and some of those fights I think are winnable fights for him, he's hell-bent on wanting to fight welterweights like Kell Brook and Conor Benn. You know, he's shown more urgency to fight welterweights in the UK than the top guys in his weight class at the world level. So it's been very frustrating. So I definitely understand where Golovkin's coming from, because the reality is, like I said earlier, Chris Eubank Jr. he's 32 years old. He's never won a world title, and with the way it's going, with the way his career's progressing, unless he gets the dream scenario in a vacant title situation, I don't think he will ever win a legitimate world title. The IBO doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Golovkin not really too interested in Chris Eubank. They did ask him on Talk Sport, on this article I got about, you know, Andrade and Charlo, and he had some more to say about that, which I found interesting. He said the following, and I quote, "Mentioning those fighters would not hurt. They've been around. They've been on the market, so to say, for quite a while, but nothing is being developed after they've been mentioned. It's been quite a while like that, but it does not produce any results, so I don't see any development in these conversations because nothing's happening." So he's pretty much saying that there's been no negotiations, there's been no ongoing talks, there's been no sort of fights on the table for him. So, you know, we could take Golovkin at his word, but truthfully speaking, not to hate on Golovkin, but I just think, you know, he has his sights set on Canelo. It's very personal to him, and on top of that, he's going to get paid very nicely if they do fight a third time. So he has his sights set on beating Murata, positioning himself for that third Canelo fight, getting paid nicely, and riding off into the sunset. I don't think Golovkin's here to unify the 160 division or show the world that he's the best. I think he's gotten past that because the Canelo fights have left a sour taste in his mouth. So, yeah, man, as far as Golovkin and Murata this weekend, I'll just give my little short thoughts on that. I think it'll be a good little fight. I was watching some Murata today. Murata's a good fighter offensively. Defense can be a bit leaky. If you go back and you watch like the Golovkin fight against Kamil Schmerta, Golovkin was fighting with a bit of a tighter guard, and you know, I think Jonathan Banks is starting to employ some of that old school American style to him, where he's actually setting up some really hard body shots. Because if you go back and you watch how he fought Kamil Schmerta, he was countering to the body a lot. So I'm looking at Golovkin to do some of those similar things in this fight with Murata, and then once he kills that body a little bit, he comes up to the head and sets up those big left hooks, the stiff power jab. And I don't know how long the fight will last. It'll be a fun fight for as long as it lasts. I'm saying it don't go past the 8th round. I think Golovkin stops Murata within 8 rounds or so something like that. But it'll be a good fight while it lasts. You know, my hopes and my thoughts and my wishes are with Murata, because he's fighting with a lot to prove. You know, he hasn't fought since December of 2019. He's fighting for the chance to unify the division, to, you know, get the signature win of his career. And I think if this fight is left close, he will get a decision. This guy is like the LeBron James of Japan. You know, he gets like 30 million views a fight, 20 million views a fight on local television in Japan. So he's a big deal. You know, don't underestimate the star power of Murata in Japan in this fight if it's close. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough of me. That's the news. Golovkin doesn't really think that Eubank is worth mentioning, and says that nothing's really ever been put on the table with him, an Andrade fight or a Charlo fight. So you can take with that and do what you want. You guys can take the time to subscribe. All that good stuff. Share the video, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.